Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and feel free to comment down below what you would like me to do for future cartoon and anime-related videos. So today we are talking about the Rick and Morty short, Rick and Morty versus Genocider. Special Rick and Morty animated short, Adult Swim Con. I believe they did it at like a Comic-Con style type thing. They released this, I think, about 4 or 5 days ago. I was going to make a video of it sooner, but stuff gets in the way, unfortunately. Gotta do what you gotta do. So here I am, Saturday, and I know plenty of people are still talking about this, so we'll go ahead and just continue with it. So, this was actually written, made, directed by the same people that created Tower of God. So if you've watched Tower of God or my Tower of God reviews, it will be very similar feeling to that. So I'm going to be comparing like Morty to Bam, because that's the best way to describe that. And it starts off in the Citadels of Rick, and Morty is sitting there looking kind of funky, but that is the animation style they went for. Very Tower of God feeling, let's put it that way. The entire thing is extremely Tower of God feeling, and that's where all the inspiration comes from. It's kind of these creators' take on Rick and Morty in the style of Tower of God. Evil Morty is going to be our nemesis. The main Rick is going to be C-137, the main Rick in the show. And we start off with Morty sitting there at the Citadel of Rex, being dumb and cute as he is. And he was like, "My name is Morty. I go on adventures with Rick. He is my grandpa. I love my grandpa." And it was just kind of heartwarming, and it definitely felt different. It didn't feel like there was any crazy mental illnesses going on besides Rick in the episode. It just kind of felt nice and genuine and sincere, and Morty was just happy to hang out and see his grandfather. That was basically the entire bulk of this episode. Rick was in a lot of deep crap in this short, and Morty was just sitting there along for the ride. I'm curious, though. I am very, very curious how many Easter eggs are in the background of this, because there's got to be some sort of reference to Tower of God somewhere in there. I think I've watched it twice. I haven't really seen anything that's particularly popping out to me. Let me know in the comments down below if you got any Easter eggs that you particularly found relating to Tower of God. Could be, Rick and Morty from previous episodes. Or anything else along there too. So basically the gist of this episode is Morty going to trial, because this is currently C-137's Morty, and they're trying to figure out where he is, what he is doing, why he's doing it, what he's inventing, etc. And then it's just kind of Morty messing around, and then he gets on this cumulonimbus. If you're familiar with Dragon Ball Z, I'm going to be talking about a lot of Dragon Ball Z references here. This cumulonimbus style cloud thing that Rick gives him is like this little ball, almost like a Pokeball looking thing. You click it and it expands to this giant, cute, adorable cloud thing, and then Morty is just riding it like a horse, flying through the sky, similar to, actually we'll do a SpongeBob reference there, the Seahorse episode. Kind of similar to that, and is basically going to end up taking him to Rick, and he's just having a grand old time flying around, going through Japan, and then he finally runs into this kind of cyber enhanced Rick type thing from the Citadel. Basically, it came there initially to kill Rick, but what happened is he managed to take over its mind and control it to be his new bodyguard, which is pretty nice, and he ends up killing it and gets splattered. I'm just clicking through the episode if you see me looking down a lot. And then it's basically like Rick saying, "Well, yes, we'll go on adventures. We'll have a laugh with these morons. It'll be a fun, grand old time. You and me, adventures forever, Morty. None of this storyline stuff, which they kind of did in season 4, where it's like, oh, let's just cut through all the storyline." But at the same time, everybody that's running, guess who's running the whole freaking operation? It's Evil Morty. That's right, Evil Morty. This is their take on Evil Morty, and I just loved this. I like Tower of God. I like Rick and Morty, and mashing them up was just delightful. I would love to see more of these shorts. This was just one of those fun, feel-good, adventure-type episodes. Nothing too serious, but serious enough where it brings you into it, if that makes sense. Let's just continue going through it. And then you get all these Ricks going through. Evil Morty, he is controlling all of the Ricks. He is the president, the big boss guy, and he is trying to kill C-137, because apparently C-137 is the Rickest Rick. That sounds super weird. That's how they describe it in the short. But basically, he is theoretically smarter than all the other Ricks in the entire different universes, different dimensions, whatever you want to call it, miniverse, microverse, all that crazy jazz. He is the Rickiest Rick, and that is why they want to kill him, because he is the only one that can stop Evil Morty. So basically, what Evil Morty ends up doing is trying to kill him with these kind of crazy, bouncing around anti-gravity balls. It almost looks like a ball of sun, and they just wreck everything. And I mean literally everything. It gets destroyed, it gets wrecked, damaged, some sort of something along those lines, and we're just blowing up half of Japan at this point in time, and it does take place in Japan as well. And it is just this crazy action scene. You get this giant, crazy, like Dragon Ball Z-esque spirit bomb explosion in there, and as I said, it just wipes out like half of the city. So who knows how many people are dead. And meanwhile, Rick is in his little bubble, his shielded tower. We're not really sure. I don't think we're sure too much what happens to the original Morty. I'm going to backtrack through this a little bit to see if we can find anything. I think he's good to go. Let's see here. We're going to play it, let it play out, see what's going on. Live reaction happening right now, even though I'm not doing this live, but whatever. And Rick sees a lot of himself in Morty. Morty, I think, ends up getting stuck. Yeah, he gets stuck in the shielded bubble while Rick is fighting. And at the end of it, it's kind of weird because Jerry actually calls up, actually being sincere, not being mean to Rick, because Rick is terrible to Jerry, as we all know. But he calls and said Morty is born. So we don't even know if this Morty that was with Rick the entire time is actually his Rick. It might be he might actually have a different Rick. We're not really sure, because his Morty is just being born at this point in time. So that was kind of a nice little heartfelt, warm scene at the end of it. Are they going to make more of these? Probably. Honestly, the amount of popularity this video I'm looking at right now, it's got like 4.5 million views. So I could definitely see Adult Swim saying, hey, anybody want to create a Rick and Morty short? And every once in a while, I can just see them playing them on Adult Swim or online, We got a first look at Rick and Morty Season 5 recently. They've done these shorts before where it was like, I think it was like 3 years ago. There's a video actually right here on the screen. State of Georgia versus Denver. Fett and Allen. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but that was hilarious. So you should definitely go check that out too. And definitely go check out this short. It was just a beautiful, kind of animated piece by the creator of the Tower of God. Animation style was very well. Looks a little funky, but as does Tower of God, looks a little funky. It's not one of your Shonen Jump high-polished crazy animes, but it's good. I got no complaints about the animation. It was a fun ride. You got your action, you got your seriousness, you got your emotions going on. Everything that you want in a Rick and Morty episode is right here. Now, keep in mind, it is not going to feel exactly like an American Rick and Morty episode. That's not what this is. I would recommend, if you enjoy anime and anime-type things, as I do, go watch a few episodes of The Tower of God before you get this. See if you like The Tower of God. If you like that style, you're going to enjoy this short. Or just watch it and, take it for what it is. As I said, it's not a direct copy of a Rick and Morty episode. It is basically a interpretation from another creator of what Rick and Morty would be like through their eyes. So they never said this is canon because it's not canon, but they might use this as a platform for bringing back Evil Morty, which we did in that one episode of Season 4. But then again, nobody knows if that's canon or not canon, what is or isn't going to happen with that. It's kind of crazy. Basically, they were saying none of it's actually canon, but at the same time, knowing the creators, they can kind of do whatever they want, whenever they want, so they can bring part of that back if they want, actually make it canon, or they can just leave it alone and say, nope, that's what actually happened. We're not doing that anymore. Evil Morty storyline part gone, going back to crazy, random, single-off adventures. And that'll be all of Season 5. That's what it seems like Season 5 is going to be, just based off of that preview that we got. But we'll just have to wait and see and find out. Hopefully we get some more Rick and Morty. I'm guessing 2021. We might see a few more of these shorts in the process, but my guess is 2021 Season 5. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.